BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
For wide-body aircraft, the outbreak of COVID-19 and subsequent impact to the aviation industry has heavily hit specifically quad-engine jets. While we have seen cargo carriers thrive currently, and sure they are operating quad jets for passenger airlines, it's very much not the case. In fact, it could spell the end for many. This is especially with impacts being felt from this crisis for years to come. Well after even life returns to somewhat normality, the aviation industry will still be feeling it. Lufthansa has now become one of the latest airlines to announce major changes to its operations, having already last week noted the retirement of A380s, 747s and some A340-300s. Now the airline, or rather group, has announced changes to its A340-600s. Now, Lufthansa currently flies 17 of the A340-600s, quite a sizable amount, given us being in 2020 and multiple airlines having either retired the type or simply operating minimal of the jets nowadays. Lufthansa has said they will temporarily decommission their entire A340-600 fleet. The long-haul aircraft are headed to northeastern Spain, where they'll be parked up, a popular location for multiple other European carriers who are storing their wide-body aircraft during this pandemic. This is thanks to the climate, with it always being sunny there. The outlook, though, for these specific A340-600s is not exactly positive, as I'll dive into very shortly. While a parking up usually would last until the pandemic is, say, over, Lufthansa has planned to not operate these on regular scheduled services for at least the next 12 to 18 months, so well over a year. This specific decommissioning process of the 17 A340s is set to take a period of 2 to 3 months commencing from now. You heard me mention before that the outlook was rather bleak for the return of the Airbus A340-600s with Lufthansa. It comes as the airline has indeed noted that a decision on future use of the aircraft will be made in due time. However, the reactivation of the planes would only actually see possibly a maximum, at best, of 10 returning. This is if Lufthansa proceeded at all with re-entering them back into service. It's very well a possibility that these could completely be retired eventually. Of course, this is very dependent on demand when the industry returns and more. However, it has indeed become apparent Lufthansa are among a few airlines like American leading the way for aircraft retirements/groundings, knowing that demand will indeed take a while to reach the same levels, and they need to prepare with efficient aircraft and also rather a reduced fleet and potentially network outlook. The latest decision by Lufthansa means that their current fleet outlook and future isn't looking quite as exciting when it comes to fleet as it may have done a couple of months ago. With multiple Airbus A380s grounded and some leaving permanently quicker than expected, Boeing 747s also being retired and in addition currently grounding the Airbus A340s, there's a lot going on. It's something we're all going to need to really get used to, with more and more airlines and groups announcing major changes to their fleets in the coming weeks, months, and years, potentially putting a dent in aircraft like the 777X for the time being, with airlines around the world eyeing up alternative options, like even freighters, or potentially not deeming an aircraft the size of the 777X or even A350 a suitable option for the time being. What are your thoughts on Lufthansa announcing they'll be decommissioning their A340-600s temporarily for well over a year? Let me know down in the comments below or either on Twitter. And as always, thanks very much for your continued support. I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.